How's it going, everybody? It's good to be with you again. It's Bridget and I'm back with you once more, and today we're going to be checking out a 40-watt device that's got a very interesting shape to it and looks really good without a doubt. Looks nice, interesting I should say, well built and feels really comfortable in your hands, and it also comes built in with an EVOLV DNA40 chipboard for reliability. Without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at the Mini Torch V2 by SBODY. Alright, so this was sent to me at no cost for the purpose of this review. Thank you very much, SBODY, for sending it my way. And this is the Mini Torch version 2, which is, I think, a little different from the previous version of the Mini Torch. Okay, for one, I know for a fact, I've never owned a Mini Torch before. This is the first device that I have from SBODY. So I think for one, I've seen it on the internet that the previous version had a round firing button underneath here, and this one's got a triangular firing button instead, and it's lying right on the curve on the top here, which we'll get to see in the close-up. So it's rather comfortable because when you have your thumb over it, it's really nice and comfortable. And you flip it to the other side, you have your index finger lying right on top of it. So those are the changes that I've seen. Besides that, of course, you have the battery door cover. Also, I see a little bit different here. It has this round disc here where you turn and then you just flip it open, okay, which again we'll catch in the close-ups. It comes just like the other version with an EVOLV DNA40 chipset, and of course with all the latest EVOLV chip, you have the resistance lock in there when you're on temperature control. This is made out of zinc alloy to keep it nice and lightweight, and it measures about 94 by 49 by 23 millimeters in size. So it's a lot more compact than the previous version. If I'm not mistaken, the previous version measures 105 millimeters in height. This is 94, and the width of that previously was 55 millimeters, and this is now 49, so it's a lot more compact. Resistance range is 0.16 to 2 ohms for standard wire, and also 0.1 ohms to 1 ohms for temperature control. All right, temperature ranges between 200 to 600 degrees Fahrenheit as usual, and it has the option of going to Celsius if you want to have it in Celsius. And lastly, this takes a single 18650 battery. Okay, let's go for close-up right now, dive in, get a good look of the Mini Torch V2 by SBODY. Come back, I'll give you my thoughts. Catch you later. Alright, close-up time with our SBODY macro. Standard packaging that it comes in, the usual box, which has got that classy look on top, silverish, and you've got silver prints on it. SBODY, the future today, that's what it says here. Black stated on this side here, which means I've got a black device in there. Mini Torch V2 mod. On the side here, QR code with your website as well. Nothing here, and you've got certification logos on that side. Mini Torch V2, what's in the box, and also available resistance stated here, and also their website sbody-ec.com, certification logos. That's about it. Magnetic flap here. Flip it open, and you have the device seated in there. And you have got your instructions manual in Mandarin, Chinese, and also in English, and you open it up. So flip side is Chinese, on the other side is English. Tells you everything you need to do with the settings menu, how to open up the battery compartment, change out your batteries, graphic of the device here, top view, bottom view, side view, and some specifications here of the device. Over here, error messages, and over on this side, return policy and warranty, attention note there, and that's about it. Okay, QR code at the back here, and here you've got your charge cable, micro USB charge cable for charging your device if you want to leave your batteries inside. And here you have your Mini Torch V2 by SBODY. That's the firing button. Taking a look all around, it's a really nice looking device with a very interesting looking shape to it as well. Underneath, let's start with the bottom here. This is your battery cover. It's got a single vent hole here, and you've got this little wheel here. Turn it anti-clockwise and it flips open. Close it, press it down, just turn it clockwise, and it's locked. Alright, it stays quite tight. It's not going to just open up so easily. So when you put on a battery, just turn it anti-clockwise, lift this open, and you have your battery contacts here. This is your negative, and that is your positive right inside, as you can see. So all you have to do is get a battery, put your battery inside, press it down and turn it clockwise, and the battery is in there. Alright, so this is your firing button. Every time you hit the firing button, you get a light there. Alright, very nice. Also, when you're charging your device, let's say if you want to charge your device with your batteries inside, it lights up in red, and once it's completed charging, it's full, it turns green. Big display screen, EVOLV DNA40, 40 watts, that's your up button, that's your down button. Okay, it's locked, 5 clicks to unlock it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, unlocked. And if you want to check if this is an authentic EVOLV DNA chipboard, all you got to do is just bring it all the way down to 1 watt and then click it again, hold it, and it says genuine with a couple of letters on top, and that's to show you this is a genuine EVOLV DNA40 chipboard. Right, let it go. It goes from 1 watt all the way up to 40 watts. Increase, decrease. Alright, just bringing it closer for you to have a look. Here you have your resistance as usual. I'm sure you're familiar with the EVOLV DNA40. You've got your applied voltage underneath your temperature, and if you want to go into temperature, you got to lock the device first and then hold the up and down button together, hold to change temperature. So 200 to 600 degrees Fahrenheit, and if you want to change it to Celsius, just bring it down all the way and then it goes into Celsius. And if you want to change it back to Fahrenheit, bring it all the way down and come back to Fahrenheit again. Bring it all the way up, 600. After that, next thing off. So it shows you your wattage at the bottom here when you're on temperature control, and then 5 clicks get you back to watts. That's your micro USB charge port for you to charge. On top here you have your 510 connector, and it's got these air channels in case you have an atomizer that requires bottom air feed, and this connector actually looks very similar to a Vapes tube, which is what I have here. In there you've got your brass or gold plated 510 spring-loaded 510 pin. Let me just check and see. Yep, that's spring-loaded for you so that you have your atomizers sitting nice and flush. Basically just that. What I really like is, you know, the quality control, where you have these lines, you know, they're so perfectly streamlined. You don't get like, you know, one of it opening up wider here and closing down, you know, narrower or anything like that. So the lines are really, really good. You know, the workmanship for this is excellent. Alright, let's give it a comparison with other devices as well. Single battery. This is your SX Mini. Looks about the same height. Yeah. In terms of size, probably just a tad wider than the SX Mini. Okay, that's the SX Mini side by side, and we've also got the Vapor Shark. If you want to have a look at it, Vapor Shark is much shorter, but about the same in terms of width, thickness, thicker than the Mini Torch. That's the Vapor Shark for you. And here's the iTaste Solo Mini, single battery as well. Alright, so not too far off in terms of sizing, but in terms of comfortability, this is really nice. Just hold it in your hand like that. You can have your thumb just resting on top of the firing tab there. Fire, fire. And if you have it on the other side as well, you have your index finger seated right on top, and you can fire it very, very easily. Right? You want to just change your wattage up, down, all with one hand. So this is the Mini Torch V2. We'll get back topside, we'll talk some more. Alright, welcome back to FaceTime, guys. So my thoughts on the Mini Torch V2 by SBODY. To start with, the build quality on this device is top notch. excellent quality control when it comes to details, especially, you know, I notice, you know, even if there are lines, you know, two lines meeting up together alongside, they're both really parallel, straight all the way down, rather than sometimes you see devices where it starts opening up or closing down, you know, they're just not straight together. So this, when you look at it, it feels good. You know you're getting quality. Feels good in the hands, and really it feels nice and solid and very comfortable as well. You know, they just made it better with the firing button right here, the triangular firing button. Previously you had the round button. It was okay, but right now, you know, when you just hold it, immediately you have your index finger, your thumb right over the firing button, and you can just start vaping on it. Okay, so that is great. Okay, and the fact that the size is a lot smaller as well, it's much more compact right now. The other thing is the battery door. With this little disc here, you just turn and it flips open. It makes changing your batteries so much easier. And please don't be mistaken that, you know, you can just easily slide and take this out. No, it doesn't just slide easily and, you know, open up the battery cover. You got to push and then push it and click it, and then it closes it. So, but other than that, to open it, push, turn, and the battery door comes open. So it's very, very easy. Great design. Okay, and of course with the EVOLV DNA chipboard in there, you know it's reliability you've got. Okay, and the fact that with all the new EVOLV chip, you've got the resistance lock as well. Also the fact that the 510 connector, I noticed it's very much like the VariTube 510 connector, if not the same. Okay, I've got a Cyclone mod that I have here that uses the VariTube 510. So this looks really exactly like the one that you have here. So there you go. That's another plus point there. You know, but with sizing at 94 millimeters in height, it's, like I said, shorter than the previous version by 10 millimeters, and also the width as well is smaller by 6 millimeters in comparison to the previous version. So basically just that. Let's go for a vape. Nice, the response is good, and to conclude, for DNA40, you definitely can't go wrong with this one. And yeah, you've got reliability in your hands with the EVOLV chip in there. Every time you vape, you know it vapes really well. Now let's go for pricing. In terms of pricing, I don't have the exact price for the V2, but I was just surfing the internet trying to look for, you know, the pricing for the previous version. Because I don't have this, the first mini torch that I have. The previous version was retailing for 400 ringgit in Malaysia. Elsewhere it's going for about 140 euros. Okay, so I'm just guessing, okay, because I don't have the price right now, that the price shouldn't be much difference, because it's just the difference of the button, the battery door cover. I mean, it's still an EVOLV DNA40, and the fact they've cut down the size, it is just much smaller right now. So, you know, in terms of pricing, I think it should be about the same. All right, they've got it in red as well, and red has got that slight, you know, rubbery feel to it. It's like the Vapor Shark, but this one, it's just matte black. I decided to choose black because black, I just love black. Okay, all right, so basically just that. And if I do have any links that I know of, you know, for you to go purchase one, I'll just leave it in the description box. That's it for the Mini Torch V2. One more vape, we'll call it a wrap. Nice. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your support. Until I talk to you again, God bless. Have a nice day. Bye for now.